Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Hello, good Sunday evening, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in to your Q2 Weekend News. I'm Dustin Klemann. A day after the Secretary of State seemed open to open the doors with talks of North Korea, President Trump appeared to publicly question the move, tweeting that it's a waste of time to negotiate. CBS's Weijia Zhang is in Washington with the story.
President Trump took to Twitter Sunday, appearing to cast doubt on the idea that diplomacy could resolve the crisis over North Korea's nuclear program. The president tweeted, "Being nice to Rocket Man hasn't worked in 25 years. Why would it work now? Clinton failed, Bush failed, and Obama failed. I won't fail." While in Beijing Saturday, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said the U.S. has back channels for communicating with Pyongyang and is using them to gauge the North's willingness to talk. Sunday, President Trump tweeted his thoughts about negotiating with North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un. "I told Rex Tillerson, our wonderful Secretary of State, that he is wasting his time trying to negotiate with little Rocket Man. Save your energy, Rex. We'll do what has to be done." Republican Senator Bob Corker.
Tillerson understands that every intelligence agency we have says there's no amount of economic pressure you can put on North Korea to get them to stop this program because they view this as their survival.
Last month, the president told the United Nations that Kim's regime was on a suicide mission.
The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
But in the same speech, Mr. Trump expressed hope that UN sanctions might convince North Korea to give up its nuclear program. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, Washington.
The State Department says the official U.S. policy on North Korea has not changed. It will continue to try to engage with them, even though Pyongyang has shown no interest in such talks. Back here in Montana, a man is dead after the pickup he was driving crashed Sunday morning. Montana Highway Patrol's crash report stated the man was driving southbound on Secondary Highway 254 north of Glendive. The 37-year-old man from Circle, Montana veered off the roadway several times before the vehicle rolled. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected. He was pronounced dead on scene. MHP's report stated alcohol, drugs, and speed are suspected factors in this crash. Road conditions were bare and dry at the time. The man's death marks the 148th year on Montana's roadways. Here's some uplifting news for you. The power of youth mind, putting it to action. If you made it to the stadium for tailgating at the Bobcats game, you may have met 9-year-old Braden. He's raising money for our Montana Wildfire Relief Fund. People were opening up their wallets and purses for the cause, and Braden was handing out free lemonade to those who wanted some. Even a firefighter came up and shook his hand.
This young man I've known a long time, and nothing he's doing right now surprises me. He's got a heart as big as Montana, and to give back to the firefighters and the communities is not at all out of character for him. Just a fine young man and represents Bozeman and Montana State and Montana certainly very well.
Today's final total marks $419, making a grand total of more than $600 raised the past 2 home games. Shout out to Braden. Again, that goes to our Montana Wildfire Relief Fund. The first season for a locally produced sitcom set in small-town Montana is nearly complete. Loco takes place in the fictitious Lowell, Montana. This is video of the very first day of shooting that we showed you for the show Loco. Much of the show has been shot at the Caboose Saloon and Casino in Laurel. The last shoot is next week, and the show will take a look at veterans as well as PTSD.
This particular episode is what we call our Tribute to Veterans episode, and we would like to do that one day a year. As a cast and crew and as a company as a whole, we want to do one thing. We leave our politics at the door, but we want to do one good thing for the community, and the veteran issue is one thing that usually most people won't argue on. We all can agree, whether no matter our differences are, that that's an issue that we want to see taken care of.
The crew will start shooting early next Sunday morning to wrap up everything. The plan is to have the first season of the 10 episodes finished before presenting it to companies to show it on their platforms, whether it be Netflix, as well as Hulu, Amazon, etc. 20,000 people in Montana live with Alzheimer's or related dementia. The Walk to End Alzheimer's helps raise awareness about the disease. About 1,000 came out to the walk today at Zoo, Montana. The walk raises money also to care for patients and families, research, and public policy efforts. At this time, there is still no cure. The walk means a lot to patients and families who care for them.
This disease takes so much from families, emotionally, spiritually, financially, every aspect it takes. But there are some pretty powerful things we realize that this gives back. And the most significant is the opportunity to get to know and become close to and connected with the unfortunately growing family of people that are affected by this disease.
Today's walk in Billings is the last of 7 in the state and one of more than 600 across the country planned for September and October. The walk in Billings raises more than $111,000, and 7 walks in Montana raised $350,000. Back to national news, O.J. Simpson is a free man. The former football star left the Lovelock Correctional Facility in Nevada just after midnight local time. He was released on parole after serving 9 years for armed robbery. But many remember Simpson more for what was called the trial of the century. And Adoba has the story.
Here you go, come on out. O.J. Simpson walked out a free man after serving 9 years for a botched armed robbery in a Las Vegas hotel.
I do vote to grant parole when eligible, and that will conclude this hearing.
Thank you.
The former NFL star was granted parole back in July after convincing Nevada parole commissioners he is not a threat to society.
I'm no danger to pull a gun on anybody. I never have in my life.
In granting Simpson's release, the board said it did not take into account the 70-year-old's acquittal in 1995 for murdering his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman. He was later found liable for the killings in civil court and ordered to pay $33.5 million to the Goldman family.
Bad people who have committed crimes belong in jail.
Goldman's father believes it's only a matter of time before Simpson is back in trouble. He refuses to say Simpson's name.
Never. He is simply the killer. That's his name.
CBS News special correspondent James Brown is not surprised Simpson is still making headlines more than 20 years after his arrest.
This situation, this drama, ongoing saga, if you will, has all the elements that really fascinate people. It's got race, it's got sex, it's got wealth.
Simpson has said one of his first meals after getting out of prison will be at In-N-Out Burger. Hanadoba, CBS News, New York.
A recent CBS News poll found 71% of Americans believe Simpson is guilty of that double murder. Still to come on the Sunday edition of the Q2 530 News, think of it as training camp for elk. It's pretty incredible insight for the preparation of rut season. We'll have that next. And later in sports, we go back to Texas. Scenes from an emotional night for the Gonzarowski family as fallen son Luke will live on in Texas Tech history. Over in the Weather Center, he's back. It's Rob Wicks. Good evening, sir.
Well, hi there. Yeah, wintry weather on the way back to the region, especially for central Montana. So don't forget to download your Q2 Storm Tracker weather app right now. It's free and it will come in very handy over the next couple days. The forecast in just a bit.
You're watching MTN News with Dustin Klemann. Storm Tracker weather with Rob Griggs. And sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 530 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.